Welcome back to Financially Free with Latoya and Tracy, the podcast where your journey to financial freedom starts here together. I'm your host, Latoya. If you're new here, welcome to the family. And if you've been with us, thank you for coming back. We are on a mission to help 100,000 people improve their credit scores by November 11th, 2026, completely free. And today, we're diving into step 3 of our journey to better credit. Today, we're talking about something that scares a lot of people: charge-offs, and more importantly, how to handle them and start rebuilding your payment history. So grab your notebook because we're giving you the exact roadmap to turn things around. But first, let's do a quick recap of where we've been. Here's what we've covered so far in our journey to better credit. In step 1, we laid the foundation. We showed you how to pull your credit reports from all 3 bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, using annualcreditreport.com. We talked about getting your free score and writing it down so you know your starting point. And most importantly, we help you set your SMART goal. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Because if you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. Then in step 2, we tackled collection accounts. We showed you how to identify what's helping and what's hurting your credit score, and we gave you the exact strategy to handle collections. That's where you learn about debt validation letters, how to dispute errors, and how to negotiate pay-for-delete agreements. Remember, never pay a collection without getting it in writing first. So, if you haven't done steps 1 and 2 yet, go back and listen to those episodes first. This is a process and each step builds on the last one. But if you're all caught up, let's jump into step 3. Understanding charge-offs. Okay, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a charge-off? A charge-off happens when a creditor decides you're probably not going to pay the debt, usually after about 180 days of no payment. So they write it off as a loss for tax purposes. Now, here's what people don't understand, and this is so important. Just because they charged it off does not mean the debt disappears. You still owe that money. The creditor just decided to stop actively trying to collect it themselves. But here's the kicker. They can still sell the debt to a collection agency. So now you have 2 negative marks on your credit report: the charge-off from the original creditor and a collection account from whoever bought the debt. And we need to talk about the damage. A charge-off can drop your score by 100 points or more. It stays on your credit for 7 years from the date of your first missed payment. 7 years. That's a long time. But, and this is the good news, there are strategies to handle this. You're not stuck, you have options. So let's talk about those options. So if you're looking at your credit report and you see charge-offs, here's your step-by-step game plan. Step 1, verify that it's accurate. Pull your credit reports and check every detail. Is the amount correct? Are the dates correct? Is this even your debt? Because listen, errors happen all the time. And if something is wrong, the balance, the dates, if it's not even your account, you need to dispute it immediately with all 3 bureaus. Check your state's statute of limitations. This is huge. I'm going to say it again. Check your state's statute of limitations. Every state has a limit on how long a creditor can sue you for an unpaid debt. It's usually between 3 to 6 years. And here's why this matters. If the statute of limitations has passed, they can't take you to court over it. The charge-off can still sit on your credit report, but you have more negotiating power. Now be careful here. Don't accidentally restart the clock by acknowledging the debt or making a payment without understanding your state's laws first. Do your research. Decide your strategy based on the situation. This is where you have choices. If the account is still with the original creditor, you can try to negotiate. Offer to settle for 40 to 60% of the balance. And here's what you ask for. You want them to either remove the charge off entirely or update it to paid in full. Remember, get everything in writing. I cannot stress this enough. Get everything in writing. Do not make a payment until you have a written agreement. If the debt was sold to a collection agency, you now have both the charge off and the collection account to deal with. Go back to our Step 2 episode for how to handle the collection part. But for the charge off part itself, you can still contact the original creditor and ask them to update it to paid once you've settled with the collection agency. Here's another strategy, the Goodwill letter. If you had a one-time hardship, job loss, medical emergency, something like that, and you've since rebuilt good credit habits, you can write a Goodwill letter asking them to remove it. It doesn't always work, but we've seen it happen. You're basically appealing to their humanity. Be honest, be respectful, and explain that you're working hard to rebuild. Now, one more thing. If the charge off is really old, like 5 years or more, you might be better off just letting it age off naturally and focusing your energy on building new positive history. Now, this is your personal choice. Because here's the truth. The older a negative item gets, the less it impacts your score. So sometimes the best move is to leave it alone and prove you're credit worthy now. Okay, so we've talked about handling charge-offs. Now let's talk about the most important thing you can do for your credit score, and that's building a strong payment history. Payment history is 35% of your FICO score. It's the number one factor. Nothing else even comes close. So if you have charge-offs, collections, or other negative marks, if you start making consistent on-time payments now, you can offset the damage over time. Here's the plan. Number 1, pay everything on time, every single time. Set up automatic payments. Set phone reminders, whatever it takes. Even one missed payment can erase months of progress. So this is non-negotiable. Every bill, every credit card, every loan on time. Number 2, become an authorized user. If you have a family member or a close friend with excellent credit, ask them to add you as an authorized user on one of their credit cards. Their positive payment history can show up on your credit report. It's one of the fastest ways to build credit. Just make sure they have low utilization, a long account history, and perfect payment history. Number 3, get a secured credit card. If you can't qualify for a regular card, a secured card is your best friend. You put down a deposit, usually $200 to $500, and that becomes your credit limit. Use it for small purchases and pay it off in full every month. And after about 6 to 12 months, most issuers will give you your deposit back and convert it to a regular card. Some good options are the Discover It secured card or the Capital One Platinum secured card. Again, this is just a recommendation, totally your decision. Number 4, you can try a credit builder loan. You can get these through possibly through your credit union or online lenders. And here's how they work. You make monthly payments into a savings account, and those payments get reported to the credit bureaus. After you finish all the payments, you get your money back. So you're building credit and saving money at the same time. Number 5, use rent and utility payments to build credit. Most landlords don't report rent payments, but some services will report them for you. You might want to check into that. And that's the same for your phone bill, utilities, and even some streaming services. These are payments you're already making, might as well get credit for them. Just check to see where those options are available to you. And finally, keep your old accounts open, even if you're not using them. Those older accounts help your credit age and your overall utilization ratio. Don't close them. Just put a small recurring charge on them, like a subscription, and set them up for auto pay so you never miss a payment. Okay, let's bring this all together. What are you doing this week? Action step 1, pull your credit reports and make a list of all of your charge-offs. Write down the creditor, the amount, and the first date of delinquency. Number 2, Google your state's statute of limitations on debt. Know where you stand legally. Action step number 3, draft negotiation letters for any charge-offs you want to address. Remember, aim for 40 to 60% and ask for it to be marked paid in full or removed entirely. Step 4, set up automatic payments or calendar reminders for every single account you have right now. We are not missing any more payments. Number 5, choose one credit building tool this week of your choice. Apply for a secure card, ask someone to add you as an authorized user, or sign up for a credit builder loan. Pick one, your choice. Well, all of these are your choices, so pick one and pick one. Number 6, sign up for Experian Boost or another service that reports your rent and utilities. This takes about 10 minutes and it's free. Look, we know this feels overwhelming. Charge-offs are scary. Bad credit feels heavy. But here's the truth. Every single month that you make on-time payments is another step toward financial freedom. Every positive action you take is rebuilding your credit worthiness. You are not defined by your past mistakes. You're defined by what you do next. And we're here to help you. We're doing this together, 100,000 strong by November 11th, 2026. All right, that's step 3. Next week, we're tackling step 4, how to lower your credit utilization and maximize your score. That's the second biggest factor, and it's something that you can see results from in as little as 30 days. If this episode helped you, do us a favor. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Post it on your Instagram stories. Send it to a friend. Leave us a review. Thank you.